Why was Yibum important in ancient Jewish marriage? Imagine a family line that stretches back thousands of years, with traditions that kept the community connected and strong. One of these traditions was Yibum, or Levirate marriage, which played a vital role in ancient Jewish life. It was more than just a marriage custom. It was a way to honor family, preserve inheritance, and uphold sacred laws. In biblical times, if a married man died without children, his brother was expected to marry the widow. This commandment is found in the Torah, specifically in the book of Deuteronomy. The main goal was to ensure that the deceased name and family line continued. The first son born from this marriage was considered the heir of the dead man, keeping his legacy alive within the community. This practice prevented the family name from disappearing and protected the inheritance rights of the deceased descendants. Yibum was also about maintaining social stability. By keeping property within the family, it avoided fragmentation and kept wealth and land in the community. The widow was not allowed to marry outside her family, which reinforced the idea that family bonds and responsibilities were sacred. This duty was seen as a way to honor the memory of the deceased and ensure his estate was cared for. The Talmud, which contains rabbinic discussions and legal interpretations, expands on these laws. It describes how the surviving brother, called the Yavim, could choose to perform Yibum or opt for a ceremony called Kalitza. Kalitza was a formal release that freed both parties from the obligation if they chose not to marry. This gave flexibility and respect for individual choice within the law. Mystical teachings add that Yibum had spiritual meaning too. Some believe it allowed the soul of the deceased brother to reincarnate into the child born from the union. This idea connected the practice to the soul's journey and spiritual continuity. Practically, Yibum had specific rules. The brothers had to share the same father, and the widow could only marry her deceased husband's brother if he was alive at the time. There was also a waiting period to confirm she was not pregnant from her late husband, ensuring the union was valid. Over time, many communities preferred Kalitza because it was simpler and less emotionally complicated. In essence, Yibum was about more than marriage. It was a way to keep family names alive, honor biblical commandments, and connect to spiritual beliefs. It rooted itself deeply in the history and scriptures of Jewish law, emphasizing the importance of family, inheritance, and community continuity.